Okay, so here's a look at this Bestway power steel that we've got here in the backyard. This thing was pretty easy to set up. One of the things that I would recommend is making sure that you put a pool liner underneath the pool. This is going to stop any of the rocks, any of the sticks, anything like that underneath that's going to pierce through the bottom of the pool. Now this material is pretty durable, but I wouldn't risk it. I mean, if you get a puncture at the bottom, I mean, your pool's going to be pretty much ruined unless you dump the water out and repair that hole. So make sure you use a pool liner. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I know a lot of people may not have a perfectly sturdy ground, so you might want to use stones. So I've seen people take maybe like 12 by 12 stones, put those underneath the metal part of this, and that's going to help to keep everything in place. Just make sure that those stones don't go up to the bottom of the pool, because again, that might puncture the bottom and then you're going to have a big problem. Now, we actually upgraded our filter system. You can see here that we've got a sand filter, and I think this does a lot better job than just like a default filter that is going to come with it. This is the actual pump itself. So you got your pump and your filter right there. You got 3 attachments, one right here that's going to go into the filter, one that's going to go from the pump to the pool, and then a second attachment right here that is also going to go from the pump to the pool. So 2 attachments for that. Just make sure that you follow the instructions that come with it. They're all labeled, like this is B and then this is A. So nice and easy. Just make sure that you follow all the instructions. Same thing with the setup. Everything's fairly easy as far as the setup goes. It's mostly just going to be making sure that you get this framing right. So you've got the metal frame up here at the top, metal framing that goes down here on the side, and then you also have these metal poles that are actually going to go straight down. So these are more for stability, and this is going to be kind of like your main pole that holds everything in place. One thing to be careful about, now this does get covered with this material, so it makes it a little softer, but one thing to be careful about is if you have kids or something like this, this is still made out of metal, so be careful. We don't want them to be hitting their head or anything like that on it. This pool does come with a ladder, so you can see the ladder over there on that side. It's a pretty small ladder. I would probably upgrade this with a better ladder, but this is good enough just to get going. I mean, I'm about 175 pounds, and you can see when I get on it, it does wobble a little bit at the top, but I could still get in and out fairly easy. Now, maintaining this pool, we use a smaller pool cleaner, so you can see this right here. We've got this in-hole pool attachment right here. This just attaches onto there, and this is good enough for a pool this size. If you had a larger pool, I'd say you might need one of those larger cleaners that has the attachment hose that connects out, but just one of these smaller ones that is basically operated by a rechargeable battery inside of here is pretty much good enough for something this size. And because we went with the sand filter and the pump, the upgraded sand filter and the pump, that actually keeps the pool a lot cleaner than just like a traditional pump. Or I've even seen some people not use filters and pumps in here, and they're just going to be using the chemicals and keeping it clean that way. So it really just depends on how you want to run it. We want everything to be nice and automated, so it's like a lot easier in the summertime. That way we're not spending too much time out here cleaning the pool. We've had this out here for 3 years, so we haven't had any issues with it. So the durability of this pool is pretty strong. Now, I've seen some of the other pool styles on Amazon, and we've had them in the past, and they have caused problems before. This is probably one of the only pools that we've had longer than 2 years that hasn't had any problems. I mean, we've had people come and swim in it, kids swimming in here, adults swimming in here. I mean, this thing is used all the time in the summer. So if you're looking for something that's going to be nice and durable, easy to take care of, and a nice large size to host a lot of people, then I would definitely recommend picking up this Bestway Power Steel.